welcome to Sarah's Stamping Sheet. Today I'm going to be creating 3 floral Christmas cards with this gorgeous Holiday Blooms die set from Spellbinders. So you can see you get an absolute ton of dies in this set, and they can all be layered together to create different types of flowers and foliage. So as an example, you can layer this with these to create this type of foliage. And for this, I've layered this one here with these. So you can create all sorts of different things, and I'll show you a few of those as we go through. So for my first card, I thought I'd kind of show off some of the different foliage. So we're going to create a card that has a sentiment in the middle and then some of the flowers and foliage around. So then I've used this Merry Christmas hot foil plate from this Yana's Christmas sentiment set from Spellbinders to hot foil this sentiment in gold, and then I've cut it out using this oval die, and that is from Spellbinders Essential Oval Dies. So that will kind of be like the centre of our card, and then I'm going to decorate it with all of these bits and pieces that I've cut from the die set. So I'm just going to kind of arrange those. These poinsettias, so I've cut out 2 small and 2 big for each one, and I'm just going to layer those up, so I'll do that now. I'm going to use these very small foam pads for the bottom 2 layers, and then I'll just use glue for the top 2 layers. And I'm just going to bend up the petals a little bit as well, just to give it a bit of dimension. And I think I should be able to hide one of those under there now that they're layered up as well. And then I'm just going to pop a little gem in the middle. So then I decided also to use the largest one of these Essential Glimmer rectangles to hot foil this border onto here. And again, I've used the gold foil. If you aren't sure about the hot foiling and you'd like to have a look at it, I'll link to a video below where I'll show you just how to do that. But that's not the focus of today's video, so I'm not going to show it on today's video. So then I'm going to pop my Merry Christmas up on foam pads. I'm just going to pop that in the centre there, and then I'm going to add everything else around it. So then I'm just going to chop some of these end bits off the foliage so that they fit on a bit better, fit under the sentiment a bit better. And I'm going to glue these to the card so that I can pop them under the poinsettia. So then you can see we're left with this really gorgeous Christmas card. So then for my next project, I wanted to make a little gift card holder, because I think we give a lot of gift cards and money. Money would obviously fit into it too if you could fold up a note at Christmas, but it's nice to have some nice packaging for it. So you can see my gift card is nearly 3.5 inches by nearly 2.25 inches. So I'm going to use this 2.5 by 3.5 inch mark on my envelope punch board. This is an old Stampin' Up punch board. They don't make this anymore, but it is made by We Are Memory Keepers. So I'll link to the current We Are Memory Keepers one below. But I'm going to use this 2.5 by 3.5 card size. So you'll be able to see here, the paper size that I need for that is 5.5 by 5.5 inches. So I've got a 5.5 by 5.5 inch piece of Night of Navy cardstock. And then it says my score line is at 2 3/8, so that's the first score line that you need. So I'm going to pop that in at 2 3/8 there. You can see that's 2 3/8. And what you need to do, there's this stylus in the that goes in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch, and then I'm going to score with that, And then I'm going to turn it round, and after that you don't need to worry about this. You just line up this bit here with this score line, and then you punch and score, turn it round again, line it up, punch and score, turn it round, line it up, punch and score. And then it's also got a corner rounder on the other side, so then I can round off all of these corners just to give it that added finish look. So then I'm going to fold all these over, and then I'm going to fold these two in, and I'm going to put some tape along these two edges. And then I'm going to fold that up. As you can see, now I've got my envelope. My gift card fits in that nicely. I'm going to fold that over, and then I can decorate this front bit. So I'm going to use one of the poinsettias. I'm going to make it up in the same way as I did the last one. So then I'm going to add that onto my little envelope, and I've got a couple of these little kind of holly leaves as well that I'm going to tuck underneath. So then I've got this for you. It's from the Not a Puppy sentiment dies, which I was lucky enough to have been sent, so I don't have all the nice packaging, so I was sent a prototype. But I can link that below if you want to have a look at those. And I'm just going to pop that onto here. So I just want to look at the placement first. I always find it easier to look at the placement first and then glue it down, rather than trying to decide on the placement as I'm gluing it down. Now I think I want to add a few gems around the outside as well. So I'm going to add like little dots of glue around. Then I can add more gems onto those dots of glue. So now I've really made that really shiny. Obviously you could do it without that. I just wanted to add that little bit of extra glitz. So then for my final card, I've got a 5x5" navy blue card blank. The navy blue that I've been using in this is the Night of Navy from Stampin' Up. And I've got this die that is from this Essential Circles die set from Spellbinders. And I've got the hot foil plate. It's the largest one of this set of circles. And that's from the Essential Glimmer Circles from Spellbinders. And I'm going to create an aperture with that, and I'm going to pop the circle with the glimmer around the outside. So I'm going to do gold glimmer for that. So then I've got this cool aperture with the really lovely gold detailing around the edge. And then I've got this Happy Holidays greeting that I've cut using the classic Happy Holidays dies from Spellbinders. I'm going to pop that in the middle of there. And then I've got some more of these poinsettias. So I'm going to make up one large one like we did with the other cards. And then I'm going to make up two small ones, which will just be two of these smaller pieces just layered together. And then I want to put a gem in the centre of each. And then I'm going to arrange them around the edge of my aperture. And I've got a couple of these holly leaves as well. And there's that final card finished. Then there are our 3 projects for today. I really hope you enjoyed them. If you did, I'd appreciate clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. All of the products that I've used on today's cards are listed in the description below, and there's also a link there to my blog where you can find a picture supply list if that makes it easier to find what you're looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.